1988 may have been a year of the Olympics for us here in real life. However, in the world of Tokusatsu it was the year of the World War of the Ninjas, who competed in Paco. This alien artifact fell from space during 4th century B.C., being a super energy equivalent to the Sun itself, that originally intended to invade the Earth, but was reformed when it experienced the kindness of Earthlings. Even so, it caused the Sorcerer's clan and most of the world shinobi to fight fiercely to obtain it, while its location is inscribed on a clay board. Paco was split into two by Orb Ninja Dokosai when he betrayed the Togakure school and took one of the halves, with the other half being kept by Master Tetsuzen and his current children generation. Toha Yamaji is the adopting son of Togakure clan that uses the Jiraiya suit to face numerous shinobi from different parts of the world since the first episode, while his sister Kei becomes Princess Emiha in the 4th episode on February 14th. 7 weeks later, on EP11, Toha gets an upgrade in his suit, thanks to Dr. Smith, an American scientist who was Tetsuzen's first disciple. He feared the way his research was being used for the Star Wars project, and dreaming of combining his technology with the Ninpo to help protect the world, he improves the hero's armor after it was damaged. In episode 35 of September 18th, we met Jiraishin, a giant metallic war statue and guardian deity of the Paco built by Prince Shotoku 1,500 years ago. That giant appeared when Dokosai joined the two parts of an inscription, which instead of finding Paco, activated the mechanisms that emerged the robot from underground to the surface, protecting the Yamaji family as they faced their greatest crisis. Then, Jiraiya was able to join him into its chest to control his movements. 2 episodes later, Sorcerer Clan has the entry of Madam Spider, a witch closely acquainted with Dokosai who can change between 2 different human forms, and a spider, also possessing magic powers that summon souls of deceased shinobi. In the final stretch of the series, it is discovered that Toha is actually a descendant of the alien that brought the Paco to Earth along with her cousin, the Kunoichi Ria. Paco can only communicate telepathically via Ria, and in the last episode on January 22, 1989, all the ninjas unite against the Sorcerer Clan to take down Dokosai, his daughter Benekiba, his adopted son Retsukiba, and Madam Spider. Finally, Jiraishin take off to outer space to stop the destruction of Earth. The following week, the story of our Japanese Robocop, Giban, begins. It all starts with the Gibbanoid's birth, thanks to an accident from the chemical waste of Dr. Agarashi's National Science Academy biolaboratory. As a result, the monster is filled with malice for humans, and under the guise of Dr. Gibba, he founds the criminal syndicate Biolon, an armed force organized to take over the country by means of narrow attacks rather than large-scale destruction, with biochemistry as weapon. He also had assistance from Marsha and Kasha, his first bio-lifeforms created as secretaries and intermediaries. To repair his failure, Dr. Agarashi uses his technology to revive Naoto Tamura, a police officer killed by Biolon and who begins to fight them under the secret guise of Mobile Detective. In EP28, of August 6th, we met Queen Cosmos, a being made of space garbage and came from a place that was cold and ugly, lacking anything beautiful. She is more powerful than all Biolon, and allies with them to destroy Giban, then helps Mad Garbo, a robotic killer with all of Giban's abilities, since it was built by Dr. Gibba 11 episodes before through the hero's cells. In EP34, of September 17th, Queen Cosmos's parasites are used by Mad Garbo to infuse that into Naoto, distorting his circuitry and causing his defeat, only to return ruining the villain's plan. 12 episodes later, in December 17th, Giban in his perfect form manages to get revenge and destroy Queen Cosmos once and for all. In the penultimate episode, on January 21, 1990, it is Mad Garbo's turn to finally be exterminated. However, the following week the Gibbanoid kidnaps Ayumi, Naoto's sister. Her plan was to unleash a hail of missiles to destroy the human race through her ship, which crashes into a mountain during the final battle against the hero. For the next 3 years, the Metal Heroes franchise enters a rescue theme phase, which has the particularity of not having a large group of villains, nor extraordinary events throughout the series, especially in Winspector, a show that premiered on February 4th. In the Japan presented, that takes place in a near future. K. A 1999, in the same way that scientific and technological progress brought well-being and comfort to humanity, also allowed murderers, environmental destroyers and criminals of all kinds to commit their atrocities more easily and with impunity. Following the ideals of a police friend who had died, Chief Shunsuke Masaki organizes a special police to combat crimes, as a way of balancing the forces of good and evil, consisting of the robot brothers Walter and Biker along with the Inspector Yoma Kagawa that wears the Fire Tector armor. That trio defended people against superpowered threats ranging from mob attacks to scientific experiments gone terribly wrong, from its first episode until EP 49, the finale broadcast on January 13, 1991, when the heroes are promoted and go to France to be part of Winspector International. This ends the penultimate video of this playlist, and we'll see you soon, Yana.